Hello and welcome to Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium for the third T20 International in this Bank Alphala presents Jazz Pakistan versus New Zealand T20I series. At the toss earlier, it was Michael Bracewell who called correctly, and this time around he chose to field first. Pakistan with one change, Mohammad Amir being rested, rest and rotation policy that Pakistan have. Abbas Afridi, the young medium pacer who's done well in the HBL PSL recently.
Yeah, unfortunately, two forced changes in the fact that both the Bens, Ben Lister and Ben Sears, have come down with illness. So it's a chance for Zach Fawkes and Will O'Rourke to come in. O'Rourke making his test debut.
Play! There we go. First delivery of the third T20I. Whipped away leg side straight away. The timing's good. The outfield's even better. Boundary to start the innings.
Ayub just literally meets the ball in the perfect position. The wrists and the speed of his hands flick it away to the boundary.
He started off short of a length, and he's been picked up. And picked up very well. Simon Ayub with the maximum.
Simon Ayub just comes in on the inside and helps it on its way. That's exactly what he was trying to do when he got glove onto it. This time found the middle of the bat and it sailed away.
Pace off, hits it through the offside. That'll race away.
Couldn't go too straight, so he goes a little bit wider, rolls the fingers over, takes some pace off. But what that does is it just allows the ball to sit up. And with a bit of width on offer, the class of Simon Ayub's not going to miss out.
Slow one, too slow, too short. Barber helps it on its way. That's another boundary. Pakistan motoring, 32 without loss after 3. There, hits extra cover. Beautifully played. Just pops it over the top to the fence.
Simon Ayub is much better than that. He just stays leg side and goes with the spin even more.
Baba hits this one way in front of square. Almost past mid-on. Picked the length up very quickly. Boundary.
It's not a genuine half volley, but he just sees it and he muscles the ball into the gap.
That's miscued and carries. Comfortably taken by Jimmy Neesham. Experience of Ish Sodhi, well, he's got one.
Take some pace off, bring the spinners on. He himself bowled well, and then now Ish Sodhi in his first over, picking up a main wicket, a very, very big wicket. Simon Ayub, who is playing extremely well, gone for 32 now. And Ish Sodhi breaking this partnership of 55. Gone for 32, 55 for 1.
This time pierces the gap. Another one of those deliveries that can be put away. And when it's against to Babar Azam, well, he can do it with his eyes shut.
Well, Aruj, I have to say that this was proper pies with ice cream on top. Way too short. Babar could have picked any gap he wanted.
And gets a wicket. First delivery straight after the drinks break. How many times do we see that? And Babar Azam falls to spin once again.
Oh, wonderful for Michael Bracewell, skipper. Straight after the drinks break, wide and slow. Babar Azam couldn't resist, saw the width through the hands, and a comfortable catch. Duffy at backward point, just what New Zealand needed. Wonderful platform for Pakistan, 84 for 1 at drinks as Babar Azam on his way for 37. Pakistan now 84 for 2.
So how is New Zealand picking up another wicket here?
Just through a little bit of pressure, I think Usman's going to be extremely aggressive. I think Rizwan's going to look to bat through as we see he's, not sure if he just got hit then. Just going to ask for a little bit of attention.
And Mohammad Rizwan, after all of that, has limped off. Irfan Khan Niazi comes in. And gone. Great catch by Duffy out in the deep. Again, hit high on the bat, something that we've seen regularly from the Pakistan batters. And this time, the big hitter of Usman Khan.
Yeah, brilliant from Sodhi. It's been excellent in the series so far. And this is another momentum shift for New Zealand. Big wicket. Usman's just come to the crease, but he's a dangerous player. Usman Khan on his way back for 5. And Pakistan, 104 for 3.
Goes up and over and fine enough as well. This is clever batting. And this is the reason why he was elevated in the batting order. And this time a lot flatter by Irfan. And that finishes off Sodhi's 4 overs. It's 124 for 3.
Pulls it and pulls it big time. That's gone all the way. So the over ruined. Shadab with the maximum, 134 for 3.
Yeah, looking to cut the pace and got the length wrong.
Like that, that is punched away and it sails away. That is his go-to and magnificent down the ground.
He bowled the length which he wanted to, but look at the way he just coming down the pitch and just creaming it over mid-on. Superb hit.
Oh, that has been smoked out of the ground. Shadab Khan gets a bit of that and it has been delivered in the crowd.
Lovely hit once again. Just staying in the crease and just using his arms, the wrists, and hitting long way.
Goes again, this time over extra cover. That is a classy hit. 18 off that Braceville over. It's 152 to 3. Width and gone this time. That is a good catch. Chapman timing the jump to perfection. Duffy with the wicket.
And that's the reason he just went more toward cover. He wanted the pace to play more behind point. Brilliantly taken in the cover. That's what they wanted. That's what they're looking for. They wanted to break this partnership. And at the end, they've been successful. 166 for 4.
On the leg side, picked up. Wrong line, but nicely dealt with. Boundary to start the last over. Hits it past extra cover. The timing's brilliant. Back-to-back boundaries. The last delivery of Pakistan's innings. And a beautifully bowled Yorker. Dot ball. That is a good finish. Pakistan don't get to 180. 178 for 4. Last over goes for 10, but folks held his nerve pretty well. Time Ayub 32, Rizwan 22, Irfan 30 of 20, but Shadab 41 of 20 deliveries. New Zealand, a tough outing for them. Bracewell 1 for 40. Sodhi, the best 2 for 25, but it's been decent enough from the New Zealand bowlers to restrict Pakistan under 180. It'll be interesting how they go about when they have their chance to bat. New Zealand will have to chase down 178, the target 179. the New Zealand openers come in and they know that they need a quick and a solid start up front to give their side a chance. Shaheen Shah Afridi, well, he looked for swing, as we all know. In that first over, well, it'll be an event.
And sneaks a quick single in. Gets bat on ball, gets down the other end. And just a hint of shape as we see so often from that man on screen, Shaheen Shah Afridi.
Gives himself room, comes down the ground, wonderful shot. Not the length, I'm not sure if it's gone all the way. It's close. Wonderful strike. Back of a length from Naseem Shah, giving himself room. Robinson loves to stay leg side of it. Such a dangerous player if he gets going.
This time again. That is nicely carved through the gap. And for 4. That's back-to-back boundaries from Tim Robinson.
And he bowls that length. This is a change-up delivery. And he's given himself plenty of room. That's been really pleasing. Although he's backed away and exposed to stumps, as he's kept his shape. He hasn't tried to overhit the ball. One over mid-on and that one there.
Shot. That is a smack and a half to end the over. Shaheen goes for 13 in New Zealand, 27 for no loss. Take that, says Tim Seifert. Bas Afridi into the attack and the ball's gone sailing over the fence.
And this one he's gone back of a length, and Tim Seifert, almost as though he predetermined where it was going to be, gave himself a little bit of room, opened that front leg and hit it 98 metres over long on. That's exactly where he likes it.
Pulled him. Chopped on. And the party for Tim Seifert comes to an end.
Excellent bowling, heavy ball. He just stayed down a little bit and toe end onto his stumps. Very important breakthrough for Pakistan. Unfortunately for New Zealand, one of their senior top order players is on the way back. Tim Seifert on his way for 21. New Zealand 42 for 1.
No one. Does he get the gap? Yes, he does. That'll race away. Robinson is putting on his display. He's looking good so far. Moves across and does the needful. Just gets it down to fine leg. And back-to-back boundaries. Bowling. That is a perfect response to power play. The Yorker, absolute perfection. Naseem Shah produces a beauty.
Yeah, just giving himself a bit of room. That has worked well for him so far in the innings. But it was the perfect length for Naseem Shah to sneak it under the bat. Fans are happy. They needed a wicket. Tim Robinson depart for 28. New Zealand now are 53 for 2.
Shot pulled away and hammered into the gap and the boundary. And it just salvages the over for New Zealand. 58 for 2. The reverse sweep, and it's played beautifully. Timed superbly. Chapman with his second boundary.
How's that to spoil the party? Mark Chapman hits the boundary in the last delivery. The over goes for 10. And they've pulled the run rate back as well. 90 for 2.
Not a half volley by any means. He was hit up on the up and just making a little bit of room for himself, Chapman. Wow! Now that is clean and straight. Big 6.
Mark Chapman, well, he's having some fun. We told you he likes Pakistan as an opposition. And he's just putting that stamp ever so hard onto Pakistan. Well, and guess what? He makes him pay. He makes Pakistan pay for that drop. It's also the 50 partnership, but more importantly, the boundary of the over.
Well, that's one area you don't want to go to Chapman. He's so strong on the onside. When you bowl on his pads, he's got such a great hands and great speed of hands.
Well, you asked for some fireworks. They continue to fly off Chapman's bat. He's raced to 48 now. Once again, with a very clean strike.
Yeah, it was in his zone, in his arc.
That's his 50. The 8th in T20 international cricket. He likes the opposition and likes the venue because he's got 100 here as well. And more importantly, has kept New Zealand right up there with this chase. Make that 69. That is a beautifully controlled strike for 4. Gets through Iftikhar's hands and gets through to the boundary. That is not a good piece of fielding. It has to be better. And that's back-to-back boundaries from Mark Chapman. That's not breaking any partnership. All that is breaking is record 6s here. That's his first boundary, Foxcroft. And he says, why not 1 over the fence?
He was hoping that Foxcroft can play a big shot here and take some pressure off him. And he did it beautifully. Lovely hit. Pakistan in serious problem.
That is short and that has been smoked. That has gone flat and into the crowd.
Freedy been brought back from the other end and he was destructive to him. And now Nazim Shah back of a length and Chapman climbs all over it, smashes it into the crowd. New Zealand so far doing this in style.
He goes short again and just over fine leg. And that'll go to the fence. A 6 and a 4 to start the over. Where he hit those kind of shots, that is magnificent. That is the best of the lot. Comes down the track and pumps him over mid-off.
He's come down the wicket, he's held his shape. Just a punch down the ground, wonderful timing, mid-off, up inside the circle. One of the shots of the match for me.
Backs away, gets it over top of point, and that'll go to the fence.
And all of a sudden the confidence now goes to Dean Foxcroft as well. Lovely shot, backed away, up over point.
The short ball in the air, this should be taken. Abbas Afridi does it himself. So the short ball works for Abbas Afridi, Foxcroft goal.
Heavy ball into the ground and just on Foxcroft too quickly. Outside off stump, comfortable catch, does it himself, gets the breakthrough. Good innings from Foxcroft, just his second in international cricket. And you feel as though it's come a little bit too late for Pakistan. And he's on his way for 31 from just 29 deliveries.
This time pulls it and does get the gap, and that'll skip away to the fence. So the boundary means that New Zealand require 3. It's 176 for 3. The outside edge doesn't matter. Chapman does it for New Zealand. Walks across for the single, and he makes sure that New Zealand go to Lahore with the series level, 87 of 42. And this has been an impressive performance from New Zealand, coming back after that mauling they had yesterday. And they've been able to turn it around, courtesy an absolutely fabulous innings from Mark Chapman. Robinson got the team off with 28 of 19, Seifert 21 of 16. Foxcroft did his part in a partnership with Chapman, 31 of 29. But the star of the show, Mark Chapman, 87 of 42 deliveries, striking at 207.14. New Zealand chasing 178 down comfortably. Well, the bowling, nothing really to talk about. Couple of wickets for Abbas Afridi, he was good. And Iftikhar maybe with Shadab just applying a little bit of a break, but overall it was a Chapman show and the bowlers suffered. And that means that 178 for 4, courtesy Shadab 41 of 20 and Saim Ayub 32 of 22, Irfan Khan Niazi 30 not out, was never enough because Chapman had other ideas. 87 of 42, 179 for 3, New Zealand winning with 7 wickets and also 10 deliveries to spray.